The Charlotte Hornets traveled to Fiserv Forum to take on the Milwaukee Bucks, and two familiar faces returned to the lineups for both teams. What is going on, everybody? My name is Keenan Costain, and welcome back to another episode of Hornets Recaps. And if you like what you see, feel free to give it a like and subscribe down below for more. And on this episode, be going over the Charlotte Hornets versus the Milwaukee Bucks game that took place last night on November 14th. So without further ado, let's go over the box score. All right, and looking at the box score right here, we have the Milwaukee Bucks winning over the Charlotte Hornets 147 to 134 in overtime. And in the Milwaukee Bucks box score, we have the Kyle Kuzma having 29 points, 5 assists, 10 rebounds in 39 minutes. Miles Turner, 33 minutes of court time, 18 points, 1 assist. And we have 3 rebounds. AJ Green, 25 minutes of court time, 13 points, 2 rebounds. 2 assists, 0 rebounds. Ryan Rollins, 34 minutes, 20 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. And we have Bobby Portis, 19 minutes, 12 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. Jericho Sims, 10 minutes, 2 points, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds. Cole Anthony with 10 minutes, 2 points, 0 assists, and 3 rebounds. Gary Harris with 23 minutes, 10 points, 0 assists, 1 rebound. Gary Trent Jr. with 21 points, 21 minutes, 8 points, 1 assist, and 0 rebounds. For the Hornets box score, we have Miles Bridges with 42 minutes of court time, 32 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. Colin Knippel, 41 minutes, 32 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Moussa Diabate with 43 minutes, 15 points, 1 assist, 11 rebounds. Sion James with 42 minutes, 12 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. And we have Antonio Reeves with 4 minutes of court time. Trey Mann, 29 minutes, 9 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Colin Sexton, 16 minutes, 14 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. Pat Connaughton with 10 minutes and only 1 assist on the night. Mason Plumlee coming off the bench for Ryan Carpenter, who did not play in this game due to personal reasons, had 10 minutes, 4 points, and 0 assists and 0 rebounds. So taking a look at this game when it comes to the numbers, in the first quarter, the Bucks won the first with 34 to 33, and the Hornets won the second 36 to 27. In the third quarter, 42 for the Bucks, 29 for the Hornets, and in the fourth quarter, 31 to 26 Charlotte, and in overtime, had 18 points for Milwaukee and 5 for the Charlotte Hornets. And in this game alone, also had 32 lead changes and 11 ties during this contest. Now, when it comes to the stars for this game, Giannis Antetokounmpo coming back from his knee injury, who did not play in the last game against the Hornets at Spectrum Center. He certainly delivered with those 18 assists. So during the game, he was used as sort of like a decoy, and he was being double teamed quite a bit, and it allowed for other players like Miles Turner, Kyle Kuzma, and Ryan Hollins to make big plays down the stretch. And with LaMelo Ball being his first game back in about 5 games or so, in about 2 weeks, he only was able to get 27 minutes. So he was on a minutes restriction coming back from his injury, I should say. Overall, I thought this game was very competitive. It was so great to see LaMelo Ball back in uniform, and the Bucks had to be extremely excited to have Giannis Antetokounmpo back in uniform. They were star players as well. And it was an NBA Cup game on the line when it comes to the regular season play, so that played a factor. Now, down the stretch, there were only 2 lead changes in the fourth quarter alone, with the 5:04 left in the quarter, with the Bucks taking the lead at 116 to 115, and the lead changes hands again with 134 left after a tie, with the final lead change in the quarter occurring at this time. And coming down to the stretch, It came down to Giannis Antetokounmpo with the ball in his hands with about 9.5 seconds left. He dribbles it the length of the floor and tries to make a play for himself, does a spin, and shoots the ball, and he misses, and we go into overtime. So overtime happens, and the Hornets win the tap, and then right away, Musi Diabate commits an offensive foul on AJ Green, and a few seconds down the floor, Miles Turner was able to hit a three-point shot to make it a three-point lead for the Milwaukee Bucks. Then later in the quarter, Miles Bridges was able to make it a 1-point game, floating to the basket for two. Then Miles Turner was able to make it a 4-point shot, a 4-point lead, I should say, to make it a 135-131 lead. Then after that, it was pretty much a Milwaukee Bucks victory from there, shooting outscoring them 18-5 in overtime. And there were a few missed calls, in my opinion, but that's not the way how this game, how the overtime was played. Now let's take a look at the team stats from both of these teams, with the Milwaukee Bucks shooting 64.7% to the Charlotte Hornets 48% field goal percentage, to the three-point percentage being 58.8% for the Milwaukee Bucks to the Charlotte Hornets 37.8%. In the free throw battle, the Hornets win 79.3% to the Milwaukee Bucks 77.3%. Total rebounds was a tie, and defensive rebounds was 29-34 Milwaukee. Offense rebound was 10. Milwaukee was 5. 37 assists for Milwaukee, 31 for Charlotte. We got 3 block shots for Milwaukee, 1 for Charlotte. 10 steals for Milwaukee, 11 steals for Charlotte, 22 turnovers for Milwaukee, 13 turnovers for Charlotte. Points in the paint even apiece at 58, and the personal fouls was 25-21, Milwaukee winning that one. So, what do I think about all of this? Well, I'm happy that LaMelo Ball has returned to the lineup after missing 5 games due to an ankle injury, and that certainly helped the Hornets' cause when it comes to depth chart of the roster. And despite being on a minutes restriction when it comes to 27 minutes played of court time, it certainly helped to have him available, I should say. And with Giannis Antetokounmpo, you already knew that he was going to come back from an injury like that because he barely misses games. He's a big piece to the Milwaukee Bucks organization. And same with LaMelo Ball, but he has to stay healthy regardless. So there's that when it comes to my thoughts on that. Now, overtime. Overtime has been a killer for the Charlotte Hornets in the past few seasons. So let me just read a couple of stats that I've came up with while doing some research. So in the past 3 seasons for the Charlotte Hornets, the Hornets in 2024 or 2025 have had a 1-2 overtime record, and in 2023-2024 they finished with a 1-1 record, and that was with the second year of Steve Clifford as head coach. And the first year of Steve Clifford as head coach in 2022-2023, they finished 1-4. So overall record in the last few seasons, 3-7, which is not good at all. And that's got to be a huge stepping point for this team, even though that they're still young. They're still trying to figure out how to play with the young roster. They have a good draft class in Concanipple. Ryan Kalkbrenner did not play in this game, and you had Sion James playing in this game as well. And we also had Liam McNeely did not suit up due to illness as well. And when it comes to the guys that did play, I thought they did absolutely incredible the way that they were able to, fight all the way to the end. Like I said before, 32 late changes in this game, and it was back and forth the entire way through. And the Hornets were able to go on a run, and the biggest lead of the game was 10 points. And of course, Giannis and the Bucks were able to come back during this game. You had Trey Mann doing all sorts of great stuff, including a poster on Miles Turner. That was nice to see. You had Concanipple, the hometown kid, coming back to Milwaukee, putting up a measly 32 points along with Miles Bridges 32. That's a great effort. So overall, I'm not really mad about this performance at all. Not one bit. I'm happy we were able to take the Bucks to overtime. And in my opinion, when it came to overtime, we just ran out. The Hornets just ran out of gas when it came to the overtime period. And this is a good learning experience for this team, and this is a good stepping stone for the whole Hornets organization. So those are my thoughts on the Hornets and Bucks game that took place last night in Milwaukee. The next game will be taking place later tonight at Spectrum Center, back at home against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So let's see of how the Hornets can respond on a back-to-back game. Will LaMelo Ball get more minutes? Will we see more players come back? Will we see more growth from the rookies, which we saw in last night's game, which was fantastic? And this is a good learning point on a back to back situation, and I really hope they can learn from this. Thank you for watching Hornets Recaps. My name is Keenan Costain, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.